And we're back, chat, with some more Digimon tier lists with your boy Hooded Alchemy. So today, well, not Hooded Alchemy, it's your boy Cole. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna be ranking different Digimon from the original series and their forms. So we're just gonna try something a little different in today's video. Usually we do games, but I do love the animes. So make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe as we get to ranking. So for Agumon, you're gonna go top tier. It's probably my favorite adventure Digimon. I love Agumon. I love how goofy he is. I love how much he eats. One of my favorite Digimon of all time, besides Entmon. Top tier. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the babies all in good. Because I mean they're just baby Digimon. I don't feel like we have to overthink these at all. All right. So yeah, we'll put these all in good just to get them out of the way. Yeah, they're all just good. I don't think there's anything complicated or like could be better. They're just babies. I don't know what you how we would change them in any way, state or form. I think they're good just the way they are. I think Poyomon's really the only one we got a lot of time with in this series. When Anjamon was turned back into a digiegg, but so we could put him to great, but I'm just gonna put him in good. Great. I'm gonna go Koromon. I love how Koromon looks. It's again one of my favorite Digimon, and in all the Digimon games you end up getting a Koromon at some point or time in the game. You kind of have to get to any Digimon, but yeah, so Koromon will go to good. Great. Greymon, top tier. First Digivolution we see. You know what? I'm just gonna put all of Agumon's forms in the top tier. My favorite Digimon line of all time. I know it's basic, but I love it. Love it. It's so awesome. Greymon, first Digivolution we see. Took on Shellmon. Just a great story. And then great powerhouse. Metal Greymon. When we first see Metal Greymon, oh my god, how awesome that was. Metal Greymon was able to take out Edamon. And it was one of like the craziest fights as I saw as a kid. And from going Skull Greymon the first time, when Greymon digivolve into Metal Greymon, it's awesome. War Greymon. This is one of the first Digimon toys I got, was a War Greymon toy. So I think War Greymon is one of the most awesome Digimon of all time. So I will put him in top tier. I love War Greymon. You cannot tell me anything about War Greymon. I'm gonna love that Digimon to the end. Great, one of the greatest Digimon of all time. Gabumon, I will put in great. I like Gabumon. I don't hate Gabumon, or I think it's good. I love Gabumon. I love that it's a lizard that's pretending to be a wolf with Garurumon's fur. That's one of like the coolest backstories ever. I love the design and everything like that. As a kid, I always thought it was just a wolf until I found out it was a lizard. So I will put this in great. Garurumon, top tier. One of the coolest looking Digimon of all time. I think Digimons. Garurumon, one of the coolest looking Digimon. I love wolves, so I will always put this in top tier. I will put you in great. I've used this Digimon a lot, only because in games, for some reason, it goes So Samon becomes Vmon. So I've always used it to get Vmon or Gabumon or any Digimon like that. I just think he's cool looking. The in training forms all pretty much look cool. Metal Greymon. Why is he's not in order? We will do Rare Garurumon. I will put Rare Garurumon in gray. The genes are kind of weird. It's so weird. Yeah, this is just a weird Digimon. The leather and the you know what? I'm gonna put indifferent. The leather and the weird, it's just so out of place. Compared to every other form, yeah, he's just really out of place. So I'm gonna put him in indifferent. It's not a bad design. I just wish the design was a little different and a little more well explained. It's just really weird. Metal Gurumon's top tier. One of the coolest looking Digimon. It goes back to being on all fours. And this is why Rare Garurumon I think is so weird, because it's so out of place in this Digivolution line when you really look at it. Because it goes, it's not going to be an indifferent, but it goes from Garurumon, Rare Garurumon to Metal Garurumon. Why did it go to all fours? I mean, why did it start standing on its 2 feet for some reason? It makes no sense at all. That's why I'm just indifferent on him. But yeah, I will put him in indifferent because he's such a weird looking Digimon. I can't explain it. But yeah, these are my favorites so far. Between Ty and Matt. Monimon, I will put in good. He's just a good design. Nothing bad. Nothing. Just a little funny guy. So I will put him in good. I will put Tentomon in top tier. I had a lot of fun using him in Hacker's Memory. So I love the design. And I just love using him. And I love his high defense. So, and I named him after one of my best friends. So I will always have a soft spot for Tentomon. Only because of me playing through the games with them. Buterimon I will put in great. No, I'll put in good. Its face is weird, but I do like the design. I think its attack is awesome. As a kid, I used to have wasn't able to always get Digimon toys, so I would use other toys to pretend like they were Digimon. So I would always do the Electro, the Electro Shocker and the Blaster and everything like that. I think this design is awesome. The red Mega Kabuterimon, I think this is one of the coolest looking Digimon. I love the design. Again, the colors. Because I know there's a blue one, but they used the red. So it was so weird. But I think Mega Kabuterimon is awesome. I love how he looks. Just a giant beetle. One of the coolest. And then Hercules, I will put in great. Hercules is really cool. When I first saw it, I never understood as a kid why they never gave everybody megas. Megas the ultimates. But when I got to see Hercules Kabuterimon, I believe it was the first time I seen him was in a game. It may have been a Digimon game. It was the first time I seen him, and I thought he looked cool. But yeah, Hercules is one of my favorite Greek mythology characters, so I will always have a soft spot for Hercules. We think the name Hercules was a Hercules Beetle and Hercules Kabuterimon. Going into great. You can go. I'm putting way too much. I'll put you in good. Yokomon can go in good. She's fine. She's not bad. She's probably a bit odd compared to her forms, because it goes from a plant, it feels like, to a bird. So again, the symmetry, like the similarities, I like how when it follows like a path to get to its forms, to its mega forms. So this one was just a little bit out of it. Biomon, I will put Biomon in great top tier. I love how Biomon looks. It's probably one of the better bird designs in one of the better bird designs in Digimon. And the first season, I think the next season 2, they did a great job. But in the earlier seasons, this is one of the better designs for birds. I love a Biomon story. I loved it in Savers also. But yeah, Biomon top tier. Dramon is meh. I don't like the way Birdramon looks. Its face creeps me out. I gotta be honest. It's one of the creepiest looking Digimon. I just the face. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I have to put it in meh. It's one of the few Digimon I don't like design wise. Something I noticed in the series also in 2020, they never really digivolve Biomon into Birdramon. It was just always Biomon would light up and then Birdramon would appear. Birdramon never really got an evolution sequence. I always thought that was weird. But yeah, that's why I put it in Guardiamon is going to top tier. I love this design. One of the better designs out there. One thing I will say is Biomon's evolution line doesn't really match Guardiamon. It matches Hawkmon's. I've always thought it was weird that the evolution line, this one, Guardiamon was so out of place. And I know the rule that I had, where I like how they follow a distinct line, but this is one of the few times that I'll make an exception to this rule. I just love the way it looks. But it does make sense that Hawkmon looks like it fits Guardiamon's line, because Hawkmon comes from the digieggs, so that always makes sense. Phoenixmon or Ho-Ho-Mon, I'll put in good. Not my favorite, but not my least favorite. I just think it's a good design. We don't really get much time with it at all, not even in the new series or in the old one or in the movie. It's just there. It is a cool concept, but I'm just gonna put it in good because I just don't know. Koromon, I'm gonna move Koromon up. I just think this line's perfect. But yeah, I will put you in. I'll put you in great. I'll move Koromon up, and I'll just put you in great. I think that's more accurate. But yeah, Phoenixmon, I think it's just an okay Digimon, a great Digimon. I don't think it's bad. I think if it had maybe more orange or red into it, I would like it more. But I do think it's a great concept and everything like that. This is going to be interesting. So I'm just gonna put all of Palmon's line. I'm gonna put Palmon. I'm gonna put Palmon right here. I love Palmon's great. I think Palmon's awesome. How much she had to put up with Mimi. I'm putting her in great. I know I shouldn't be calling her, but I think she's awesome. Oh no, Tokamon, I'm gonna put also Palmon, Tokamon. All three of these I've used, and games. So I'm gonna put in great. I do think that I do like the designs, and I do like that they follow a path. It's so weird having boxing gloves on a Digimon, and then it's just so weird. But yeah, I used Palmon and Cyber Sleuth just recently, so I do love it. Okay, Lilymon and Rosemon are going in top tier. I love the designs. Lilymon is just awesome. I love how it was just a giant cactus that Mimi had to learn to love, and then Lilymon comes, which just fits Mimi perfectly, and Rosemon also fits Mimi perfectly. First time I think the first time I saw Rosemon was in Savers. So Mimi and I forgot the Savers character's name. I have to rewatch Savers, I know. But yeah, Savers, Palmon and Lalamon having the same mega is weird, and it's something I feel like I don't think they did it on purpose. I just think they don't have a lot of plant. There's like a shortage, honestly, of plant. At the time, there's a shortage of plant and bug Digimon, so that they were rotating through the same ones over and over again. But yeah, Palmon's line I think is awesome. So we're gonna put that in top tier. Right. I'm indifferent. Oh man. I'm just gonna put him in indifferent. He's just weird looking. Gomamon is top tier. I love Gomamon. He was originally the comic relief character, and then they made it Agumon, but both are awesome. Gomamon, I think, put up a lot with Joe's, so I'm gonna put Gomamon in top tier. Great design, and I think Gomamon's one of the few Digimon that's like in almost every series we see like a Gomamon and Agumon and Gabumon. I feel like we see in almost every series, but Gomamon is awesome. I'm gonna put Gomamon in top tier. I'm gonna put Ikagumon in good. No, Kagumon can go to great. I actually like this design. Like a big walrus, a big fairy walrus. I love Ikagumon, the harpoon the torpedo. There's fond memories of this Digimon, and I love how I can't wait to play with it in Time Strangers. I feel like when you get to ride on it, I wish there's like it's gonna be weird. I'm sorry about that. I just like sneezed. But yeah, Ikagumon. I kind of wish there's like a surfing like Pokemon, how they took off surf. I kind of hated that they took away surf in Pokemon games. How Pokemon would look when we surfed on them, and I wish like we could have that in Time Strangers with Ikagumon. I think that would be like really awesome to see. Zudamon is top tier. I love Zudamon. I love the hammer, the Vulcan hammer. I think Zudamon's awesome. As a kid, I saw one of these mallets and I'd always grab it and play with them, and I probably shouldn't have been doing it, but I just think Zudamon's awesome. Just an awesome design and everything. So it's probably one of my favorite Digimon of all time. So that's gonna go top tier. I'm gonna put you in great. Vikingmon, it's funny. Like Gomamon had a different mega originally, and they just changed it to Vikingmon because it fits. And I think they did it in the Adventures PSP game, if I'm not mistaken. When they changed the megas. But yeah, I will put or ultimates, yeah. Not the Megas, they changed the ultimates. But Vikemon was originally Armadillomon's Mega, and they changed it for some reason. So I'll put that in great. It's a great design, and its ice moves are awesome. Togemon, great. Togemon's cute. I love Togemon. He's always just a cute Digimon. Cute Digimon. Or is this gonna go? No. You know what? You're gonna do it right now, and I'm not gonna look back. Patamon and Agumon. Perfect. That's a perfect evolution line. Everybody else only got 2. This is a perfect line, I think. Patamon is. I always thought Patamon was gonna be the Pikachu of the series, obviously, but it never didn't really happen. But Patamon, we see Patamon so much throughout the first 2 seasons. So Patamon always has a soft spot. It had the most character growth, I feel like. Angemon is so awesome. I know I didn't like the leather that Regularumon had, but Angemon, when we first saw Angemon, bro, Angemon was the coolest Digimon we ever, like, it was just built to be the coolest Digimon ever. He was fighting Megas. Or he was fighting Ultimates by himself. Megas and Ultimates by himself. Like it was nothing. Which is crazy to me. I don't understand how he was able to do that in this series. They built him up as like the greatest Digimon of all time. Then Magna Angemon came, bro, and he was so awesome. He beat Piedmon when Wargreymon and Wargreymon couldn't do it. He was able to do it. Again, this is probably, oh man, Magna Angemon, one of the greatest Digimon ever. And I always have a soft spot for this line because I had the toys for it. And it's one of my favorite lines of all time. Seraphimon and Frontier was pretty awesome. Dark Seraphimon, when he fought Takuya, was also awesome. Shadow Seraphimon, I'm sorry. One of the coolest looking Digimon. I will give this a top tier line. It's perfect. Perfect. Nanamon, I will put good. Gatomon, I will put great. No. Salmon. I will put. No, I actually think this one. I'll switch those. I love the design for Nanamon. I think she looks awesome. Salmon was a bit weird. It's a cat. It's a puppy, but it digivolves from a cat to a puppy to a cat. So it's just really, really weird. It's hard to explain. It's just a really weird line, I think. But I will put him. In. Yeah, I will put Salmon. You know what? I'm indifferent. I understand why they didn't go back to. I understand why they didn't go back to using Salmon in this series. Like, we barely saw Salmon. It was always Gatomon until Frontier. Gatomon's awesome. Gatomon, like, low-key state Gatomon. I wish it was the only one small enough to do that throughout the series, so I understand why it was the only one now. As a kid, I never understood why she got to stay as Gatomon and everyone else do Digivolve, but now it makes sense. Angemon's top tier. One of the coolest looking Digimon. Her and Angemon are so OP. Like, they didn't even have to Digivolve further. They were fighting at these forms, just taking on everybody. I was always confused why Angemon was a ultimate or Mega and Angemon was a champion, because I feel like Angemon was stronger than Angemon for some reason. not because it was a man or a woman there, so to clarify. It was just how they were built. Jimon was fighting way stronger Digimon than what it should have been fighting at the time. So, but yeah, 100 Woman was awesome. She was able to beat my Otismon the first time, and then they just kept her at that form. Mega Digimon, I'm indifferent. I'm an Ophanimon fan. I'm sorry. I get the dragons, the whole concept of the dragons, but I'm just indifferent. Maybe if I didn't see Ophanimon first. No, I would have had to seen this one first because I saw the movie. It's confusing. I was just confused why her form didn't match Seraphimon's form. I feel like the forms, I feel like Hope and Light, the Digivolution's forms should have matched more. But yeah, this is my Digimon tier list for the Adventure Digimon. Next time I'm gonna do Adventure 2, or I'm probably gonna do Armor. The Armor forms are probably gonna be my next thing I work on. So until then, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe while we're on our way to Digimon Time Strangers. Until next time, Cole is out.